We have an incredibly strong footprint on the sea, and that footprint is characterized by a big Ponzi scheme where instead of having a productive relationship with a resource, you drain the resource and you go get another resource. What it means is that we have to rebuild fisheries that have been devastated. And we can do that. It's actually quite straightforward. Creating large marine protected areas is the only rational response to the fact that our fisheries have expanded into every nook and cranny of the earth. So basically, when you create marine protected area, marine reserve, you recreate the situation that existed like 20 years ago, when we had certain areas that were not fished, and that made it possible for the stocks to rejuvenate themselves and for the species to maintain themselves. So basically, if you have a fishery that that invades the spaces that were not exploited, we have to create new spaces artificially that are not exploited. Otherwise, everything is covered with a curtain of death, and you will obviously not have the big fish and all the things that you want from the sea. Congratulations to you, Australian, because you have changed the relationship between fisheries management and environment management in a way that doesn't occur in any other country, which is that the environment minister has claimed to be in charge of fisheries, or should be able to control what they do, rather than the other way around. That is essentially a new way of defining the relationship between these groups. People who have long admired the love of Australian for the marine protected, the Great Barrier Reef, also will admire the fact that this change has occurred in Australia, that it was brought about. And now it will be for other countries to emulate Australia in this regard.